Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you've got a nice cup of coffee with you or a cup of tea, whatever your morning drink is. Today's a slightly different show. My job here is to scan all of the industry news for what I call need to know news. I want this show to be something that when you check in the morning, you find that if there's anything that you need to know relevant to the industry and to your job in the home moving industry. And there are plenty of interesting stories. Hi. I don't know if anyone's still going to be there now after my internet connection went down. Is there anyone there? Could you say hi and let me know that I'm actually online, wherever you're watching this? And I will try and come back to life. Great. Right. Welcome back. Let's try again. Sorry about the interruption. Guys, the news I want to share with you this morning is the news that came out in the mainstream media yesterday about the fact that it is, for the first time since records began, the jobs market is the best it's ever been. So there is endless discussion and debate almost on a daily basis about mental health in the property industry. And I worry that there are a lot of people who are working too hard and not getting the fulfillment that they want and really working to their own detriment. And so the news is great, right? If the jobs market is the strongest it's ever been, this is great news if you are an employee. It's not such good news if you're an employer, but as an employee in any industry, but we're talking about property industry, it's the best time it's ever been to move jobs if you are not happy. And a lot of employers watching this will not thank me for this, but I'm not here for them. I'm here for anybody who is trying to improve the situation in the property market. So the actual number of unemployed people is at its lowest since records began, and the number of job vacancies available is at its highest. And that means if you're happy where you are, don't change anything. If you're happy, if you don't have mental health challenges related to your work, if you feel like you're being paid what you are worth, then you should stay where you are. That's you're in a rare minority of people if that is the case. But if you are unhappy, if you feel like you're not being paid what you're worth, if you don't feel like this is the best way to be spending your working life, then perhaps there's never been a better time for you to consider a move. Perhaps you've started up on your own and gone freelance or self-employed, and it's not working out how you'd wanted it to. Now would be a great time to consider going back into employment, if that's the case and you don't feel like self-employed is for you. But too often I see people who are really not happy, really not enjoying themselves, and not doing anything about it. So on today, I'm just going to go straight into, effectively, it's my tip of the day, which is, if you're not feeling great, consider your next move. I think there's an awful lot of bad advice out there. I think there's a lot of bad advice from people who are just trying to get publicity on the back of it. This is not something I'm going to talk about on a regular basis. It's something I just want to share my opinion with now, because there's a different opinion. So I would be cautious about taking any advice from anyone who clearly has not yet managed to sort things out for themselves. Now, that's a delicate thing to say. I'm not saying that those people don't have valuable advice to share, but in any area of your life, if you're looking for mentorship or guidance, the thing to do is to look for someone who has achieved or overcome a problem you're trying to overcome, or has achieved something you're trying to achieve. Anyone else is giving advice based on the fact that they've never actually accomplished it. So if you're looking for a mentor or for a someone to inspire you to achieve something you haven't done yet, then look for someone who has achieved what it is you're trying to achieve. If you don't, you're going to struggle to get really valuable or useful advice or guidance, okay? And in the mental health arena, I don't know what you guys think, but I can't help but think that there's an enormous amount of people giving a lot of mental health advice whilst still suffering themselves. And I would question whether or not that's the best help that people can get. We all have the challenges, and I don't think it's a good. My personal view is, don't share your personal struggles publicly. It's great entertainment for people in a bad way, but not necessarily helpful for you. But by all means, do absolutely talk to people about it privately. Seek out private help from friends or family or professionals. But I don't think that, I actually think there's plenty of evidence that social media makes mental health matters worse, right? So if social media makes health matters worse, why would you share your mental health challenges on social media? I don't think it's a good idea. That's just my view. Absolutely talk about your problems and your struggles and seek help, but do it in private, not in public. I don't think it helps at all. Well, we lost a bit of time today because of losing my internet connection. I'm sorry. I hope that didn't mess things up too badly for you. But guys, if you're unhappy where you're working, never been a better time to look for someone else. Go and talk to a recruitment agent. Go and talk to that company that's been trying to tempt you for a while. But I would definitely look at your options, because there's never been a better time to move jobs if you're unhappy in your job. And you all work in a very challenging industry. And if the conditions are getting better, then there's no longer a need to sit in a job that's making you unhappy. So there you are. That's my tip for the day. Also, make sure you have a great morning breakfast, tea, coffee, whatever it is. It's always a good way to start your day. Have a great day. I hope that may have given you some food for thought. I hope I'm not adding to the bad advice that's already out there. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.